What's up, y'all? Alex here in the heart of downtown Toronto at Sankofa Square, formerly Yonge-Dundas Square. This is a video I wanted to do for a pretty long time as a born and raised Torontonian that has been exploring the city for the past 6 years, making videos in almost every neighborhood and exploring all the subway stations, just knowing it from the back of my head. How about I show you guys how to ride the Toronto TTC Subway. So, this is a high tourist area because obviously, you know, this is a very, very busy public square, and of course, it's right across from the Eden Center, which is the major shopping mall here in downtown. And much of downtown is very walkable, and we're going to take the subway to the Royal Ontario Museum. Now, you could walk from here to the museum, but that would likely take around 25 to 30 minutes. So, of course, taking the subway would be the fastest option. So, we're gonna hop into TMU station, which is on line 1, Yonge University. This is the intersection of Yonge Street and Dundas Street. It's just after 2 p.m. on Friday, May the 8th, 2026. And I also just got off the subway myself, so it's surprisingly it's not actually that busy, but it will be in a few hours because it is Friday and it's gonna be rush hour. So yeah, this is going to be a step-to-step guide on how to ride the subway. Okay, so we're on the northbound platform here, and there's several options that we could do. So you have to look at the subway map here. This is where we are. So, you could actually head south to Union and then up to Museum. Here's the thing, line 1 is a U-shaped subway line. So literally, we're on this side, and we're pretty much like a 5-minute walk from St. Patrick's Station and all the other stations here. So you could walk 5 minutes over to St. Patrick's Station, or, you know, maybe if you want to maybe if you do want to take the subway, then I'll tell you the other options. You could get on the northbound train here, right here, and go up to Bloor-Yonge, and then take line 2. You have to transfer at Bloor-Yonge, by the way, and take line 2 to St. George Station. However, because this is going to be a straightforward ride, you don't have to transfer, we're going to just hop on one train, go down all the way up. So it's interesting. We have to go south and then north. That's how it works. So we have to go to the southbound platform. So this is how we're going to do it. The subway is generally safe to use at times, but also keep in mind about potential delays and service disruptions. I don't recommend taking the subway during rush hour because it is normally very, very busy, and the craziest shit can happen anytime, right? What's best to do is you can go on the TTC website, you can check for real-time service information. But when you get caught up in a delay, it's very chaotic and confusing. Sometimes the TTC doesn't even provide a proper communication, so that's one downside. All right, there is the train I just missed. Okay, so there are a couple different ways to pay for the subway fare, what you can do is you can buy a Presto card. You can load money on it. Or sorry, I think I just pressed the wrong button. Oh shit! Now it's. Why the hell did I do that? I think I just broke the the machine, but. Yeah, here you can buy a new Presto card and you can load whatever funds you want. And that'll come in handy for you, especially if you want to transfer to a bus route or a streetcar route. However, you can also buy a day pass or a 1-ride, 2-ride Presto ticket from the machines here. Or you don't have to do that. You can actually use your physical debit, credit, or mobile wallet if you want to do it that way. So again, like you don't actually have to buy a Presto card, but if you want to keep it, if you want to bring a souvenir home, you sure can. All right, so here's the proper map showing in the direction that we want to go. See, this shows the path of travel. So look at my finger here. We're going to be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stops. It's not too far. It'll generally take around 10 minutes, or maybe even like a little more than that. But it's literally before rush hour, so it's not actually that bad right now. So let's try this again. So you can buy a new Presto card here, costs $4, and you can use this tab here to load whatever funds you like. And also you can buy, like I said, you can buy a 1-ride or 2-ride ticket or a day pass. These are the prices right here. And of course, like I just said, if you don't want to do that, you can use your phone or your physical debit or credit card. All right, so now this is how you tap onto the subway. And I think that's my train pulling in. So, hold your card like this. I don't even know why they have the barcode now. I guess it's to recognize the phones and stuff, but hold your card like this. You don't have to touch it. Just has to scan it, and now you're in the fare paid zone. Like I said, there's maps and information around if, of course, you want to know exactly where you're going. You can also ask any TTC staff. They're generally helpful. Here comes the subway. Just some general information. Always stand back behind the yellow line. You can even put yourself up against the wall. And also let people off first.
Please stand
Okay,
clear
it's a little
of doors.
bit busy, but we'll have to make do. So we have 5 subway and light rail lines combined. Of course, line 1 is the north-south subway line that literally goes. See, look, it's literally a U-shaped line. And then line 2 is the east-west line. Lines 5, 6. Oh yeah, line 4, 5, 6. We don't really talk about because they pretty much serve like the typical suburban areas, unless you have like family or friends that live there. Don't take those lines. Or maybe if you're a fan of transit, then I guess it doesn't matter.
Please stand clear of the doors.
Oh yeah, Queen Station serves the other end of the Eden Center, and King Station serves the financial district. This is where most of our 9 to 5 workers are. And also, 6 subway stations are connected to the underground path network, which can really come in handy for inclement weather. A wide variety of shops and retail connecting many skyscrapers and shopping malls.
Next station, Union Station. Transfer for Up Express, Go Transit, Ontario Northland, via rail, and
this is a very busy and important transit hub, because here is where you can connect to commuter trains, regional buses, the Union Pearson Express train, which obviously goes to Pearson Airport, as well as intercity trains. So maybe your first destination upon arrival in Toronto might have been here. It's probably likely it is.
Ontario Northland, via rail, and intercity buses. Doors will open on the left.
Always listen for the announcements. I'll tell you which side the doors open.
St. Andrew Station. Doors will open on the left.
See, now we're heading north on the university side. Oh yeah, and at Union Station, there's a couple other tourist landmarks, including the Sky Dome, Ripley's Aquarium, and of course, the CN Tower.
Arriving at St. Andrew Station. Doors will open on the left.
And the station serves the entertainment district along King Street West. Oh, I just realized I'm at the wrong end of the train here. Start making our way up. I was supposed to be at the front end of the train, because that is where the exit is. The closest exit, at least, to the... Holy fuck. You do not want to see that happening on the subway. That guy was taking a fucking piss. See, you see what I'm saying? Craziest shit can happen on the TTC. That right there behind me is literally no exception.
Please stay clear of the doors.
The benefit of these Bombardier subway trains, you can just walk from one end to another end. See, this displays, this tells you the next station and also which side the doors open. Alright, this is where we have to be.
Arriving at St. Patrick Station. Doors will open on the left.
So now we're getting off in 2 stops. This is like in, this is kind of like a somewhat, well, not really interactive, but pretty much shows you, what is the word I'm looking for? So this flashes, because that's the next station. So now the red is when we've completed this part.
Next station.
Yeah, see?
Queens Park.
It changes color.
Queens Park Station. Doors will open.
And then here's a list of all the lines just by itself and the connections, which is already really helpful. Of course, if you're new here, I have lots of videos where I ride the subway, the bus, and the streetcar system. I hope you guys can go check that out.
Doors will open on the left. Please stand clear of the doors. Next station, Museum. Museum station.
So we're getting off at the next station, Museum. Obviously, because that's where the Royal Ontario Museum is.
Arriving at Museum. Museum Station. Doors will open on the left.
There we go, we made it. Museum Station. Now before we exit the station, I want to show you guys why this station is so cool. It's because of these museum artifacts. This is one of the coolest stations in the subway system. So it's only fitting that you're greeted with these. You know, when I was a kid, passing through the station was always an experience. Thought I wanted to point that out. So now we have to follow the signs for the exit. And of course, for the ROM, it says right here. Now, the reason for all this construction is because the TTC is adding elevators to the station. TTC has its own step-by-step guide for accessible travel. If I can remember when I get home, I'll put the links in the description below. So we gotta go this way. Oh yeah, this is for the elevator. And guess what? We are finally here. The ROM is a must-visit attraction in the city. Recommend you visit it. Here's a couple, one of our interesting looking creatures of the city, the black squirrels. That's right. If you're a visitor from out of town, you guys are gonna be very intrigued by these black squirrels. Look at this little fella. Look at this fella. And did you know that black squirrels are very rare outside of Ontario? They're not really found anywhere else in the world but Ontario. I know you'll find a lot of them in Michigan and I think Kansas or Ohio, but Ontario and Michigan is where you'll find them. So don't freak out if you're coming to Toronto and you see a little black rat running around. That's a squirrel, and they're very cute. Look at this guy eating a pizza crust, just enjoying his lunch. Yeah, a pizza crust. All right, so while this little squirrel is munching on his lunch, let's head over to the entrance to the Royal Ontario Museum, which is right here. And there's Bloor Street West. So now this is the northern end of downtown. And also steps away from the nearby Yorkville neighborhood, which is an upscale part of town. And that's it, guys. So, hope you enjoyed this step-by-step travel guide. Let me know if you've ever been on the Toronto subway before, or maybe you're planning to ride for the first time. Well, I hope this guide helped. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for more videos. Check out my others as well. I will see you guys all in my next one. Take care, adios, and peace out. Bye-bye.